Hi and welcome. My name is Johnny Fragan. I'm from All Total Coaching. After much research, today I present to you the sobering truth that very few people have got the guts to tell you. Why depression and suicide will increase dramatically in the next few years in the West. Again, why depression and suicide will increase dramatically in the West in the next few years. But before we start, I'd like to talk about our program, How to Be a Man, What Your Father Never Taught You. We talk about manhood. What is a man? How to be a man? Women, relationships and sex. Media, manipulation, indoctrination via the movies. Health, food and exercise and why. Money, wealth, what you have never been taught at school. Value, what is it and why it's so important. How to overcome the biggest phenomena in our generation, depression and fear. Happiness and fulfillment, and feminism, the real truth. But today, I'd like to tell you the truth, that very few people have got the guts. And I'll explain why depression and suicide will increase dramatically in the next couple of years. Why? More than ever before, people are glued to their phones. More than ever before, people are worried more about the likes they've got on Instagram, Facebook or whatever, and they worry about how many following they have to boost their ego. But when things go wrong, because every one of us, at one stage or another, we're going to have a relationship breakdown or somebody close to us died, you have nobody to talk to. Today, more than ever before, nobody picks up the phone. You know it and I know it. So when you got an emergency and somebody rings you, nobody picks up the phone. How many times I rang or you rang people and nobody picks up? And lucky if they SMS you or they send you a message on a Friday night or on a Saturday, what are you doing? And then question mark. They can't even ring anymore. We've all got these messages from men and women, and I'm not going to go into it, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. So what happens? More than ever before, we are isolated. We as human beings need interaction between other people. We need a social group. More than ever before, people don't have the time, people don't have the energy, people are too tired and they're isolated. And this is what's going to cause the massive increase in depression and fear. Since the mobiles have been introduced, nobody's talking anymore. I'm sure you've probably seen one of my previous videos how technology is ruining our life. But I didn't touch on how it's going to explode depression and fear. And the corporations want this. Why? Because the more depressed you're going to be, the more likely you'll consume Prozac or anti-this or that, anything to stop and numb your depression. There's no money in healthy people. And why? Because if you're healthy, like I am, you can run, it costs you nothing. You can take a rope and exercise. You can do all sorts of things or buy certain things that it's a one-off cost and that's it. But when you're sick, you're a repeat customer. When you're sick, you're going to go up for more medication and more medication and more medication. And two friends of mine are doctors and they told me it's increasing dramatically. People, they said to me, John, you wouldn't even believe they're depressed. They look like their life's in order, they're suicidal. I said to them, who? I said, we can't tell you. But they said, you know most of these people. And I've got no reason not to believe these people because they never lied to me before, so there's no reason. And I know this for a fact because the people that I deal with are always fearful of the future or keep talking about the past. And these are the people that actually reach out to me. What about how many people, they never talk to anybody? They've got nobody to talk to. Or they're broke, they've got no money, they still live with their parents. They feel isolated. So what do? They'll go and watch porno again and again. And when they come to a social situation, when they're with a woman or a man, they don't even know what to say. They're so consumed by fear and anxiety that they don't even know how to speak to the woman or speak to the man. And instead of saying, hi, how are you, or whatever, they don't say anything and nothing materializes. And we all know where this gets. I'm not saying this is affecting everybody, but I'm talking about more than 60% of young men under the age of 30 today, yes, I'm saying this, I don't have exact data, are depressed. And if they're not depressed, they're sad, or they're going through episodes and nobody's listening to them. And then they wonder why the suicide rate is going up and up. Yet you will never hear in mainstream media this, because there's no money in healthy people. I've spoken on this channel on this topic extensively, how here at Watson's Bay people commit suicide 6-7 times a day. I've had people laugh at me, and I went and I took videos and I sent some of those people those videos. Nobody believes it because they believe the lies of mainstream media, and if it's not in mainstream media, they don't think it's happening. Well, I've got news for you. Ask anybody in Australia today, anybody. 90% of people know somebody close to them or somebody they knew that committed suicide. There you have it. Ask. We all know somebody, either directly or indirectly, that committed suicide. What do you think is going to happen in the next couple of years when more and more people feel isolated? They've got nobody to talk to. If they've got an emergency, they've got nobody to ring. And even if you ring, nobody picks up the phone. There's a disconnect today in society that's going deeper and deeper and deeper. And I really believe this is planned. And why am I doing this video? To wake you up. And if I don't wake up many people, I'll just wake up one. This video wasn't in vain. I really believe we're going to have a massive increase in depression and suicide in the next couple of years if you don't stop being addicted to your phone and you don't stop listening to your fellow man or woman and taking care of yourself. I myself have gone through depression, and I know how hard it is. On this note, I want to thank my great brother that helped me, and Barry Elbas, because if it wasn't for them, I'll tell you the truth, I'd be dead today. So I want to thank them because I was lucky that I had who to talk to. But you know, and I know, that a lot of you don't have anybody to talk. Please reach out to us here at Auto Coaching if you are going for an episode. If you don't try, you don't know. And you know and I know that so many of your so-called friends that supposedly is supposed to meet you, the moment they got a better offer, they flake on you. You know it and I know it. Real friends are not done by the amount of Facebook friends you've got, because it's BS. Real friends is not how many followers you got on Instagram or Snapchat or whatever. Real friends is a connection that you know what's going in their life and you can help one each other. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have this connection, slowly but surely you'll go deep into depression, because nobody commits suicide unless they've been in deep depression for quite a while. I really hope I woke you up. And to tell you the truth, what mainstream media do not tell you. I'm not saying this is a nice story, but sometimes we need to hear the truth. If you're sinking and water's coming and you can't lie to yourself, I'm not sinking, because you are. And therefore, I'm trying to wake you up, to tell you the truth. On this note, we've got a program, How to Be a Man, what your father never taught you. We talk about all aspects of masculinity and how to get what you really want. And one of the reasons people are so depressed, because not only they don't have a connection, they're not getting what they want. And if you've got 20 things you want and you don't get all of them, you just get a few, at least you're getting something. The majority of people feel isolated mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and financially. I'm telling you the truth here. I'm reaching out to you so I can help you. But if you don't ask for help, nobody will know. In our program, we explain exactly how to get out of this phenomena and how to help you get what you really want. So you can get one of the most basic things that every human being wants, to be happy. Look us up at www.alltotalcoaching.com. I can change your life. The question is, do you want to? Or are you going to keep doing the same story again and again, expecting a different result, and getting flaked again and again by women or by men or by your friends, supposedly called friends, and when you've got a real issue, you've got nobody to talk to. I know a fellow that went to jail a couple of months ago, and he said to me, John, I didn't even know who to talk to. They said, you got a phone call, I didn't even know who to ring, because nobody talks to me anymore. And this is where he rang me from the jail. I wasn't unable to help him at the time, but I went to visit him, and the poor man cried. He got into some trouble. He's out now. But he said to me, my situation was so dire straits, I had nobody to ring. I really, really hope this woke you up. And you can see things clear. And you can take action so you won't get into that state of mind that a lot of young men are in today. Thank you very much for listening. As always, you know who I am? I'm your friend, Johnny Forgan.